before he's out of bounds.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 3.
They'll try and run forward with Penny. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Throwing on first down. Jenkins. He gets it to his running back, Rashad Penny. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. They'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Now Rashad Penny. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
2nd and 3 at the Patriots' 36-yard line.
Looking to throw on second down. Jenkins. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf, and it's 3rd and short.
3 yards to go.
This is Penny. And he'll be brought down with the first down, and a late flag here too. He may get a few more tacked on for good measure. Now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. After the penalty, it's Penny. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Rashad Penny hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Lions have taken the lead. And he's got it up and through.
Makes the score Lions 7, Patriots 3.
After the touchdown on is Pat O'Donnell to send this one away. End zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
7, Patriots 3.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll fake it. Now Stafford. That's caught by his tight end, Dalton Keene. And he'll have it past midfield, almost to the 40, before being taken down.
It's a gain of
23 yards on the play.
First down, Patriots.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Out of the gun, Stafford. Eluding the pressure right. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
First down, New England.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Following the penalty, it's Kamara. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 14 yards is the pickup there and a New England first down. With that last effort, he topples the 5,000-yard mark for his career.
And that doesn't place you among the absolute greats that have ever played the game, but it's a significant achievement and a very, very solid career.
From the red zone now, Stafford. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
On second and 10, Stafford. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
And it's third down.
So they're going option play on third down. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. No gain at all on the play there, and that brings up fourth. Now, they couldn't get anything going there out on the right side in the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
On second down, here's Penny. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from second and 2 to a tough third and 4.
Third and 4.
Third down, and they're going to try the jet sweep. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. They were ahead of schedule after the gain of 7 on first down, but the defense does not budge on second and third. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. That's pulled in at the 32. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Patriots will have great starting position as they take over first and 10. First down, Stafford here. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll bring up second down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Now Stafford will come up, try to get his guys a 2-point conversion. They get this out left, and he is going to lose yardage here. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked up by Joe Williams. And they're already in the red zone. The 18-yard. Yard line is where they take over.
At the 18-yard line.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. After the interception, here's Stafford. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. Call it a pickup of 7, and it'll be 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets them up now 1st and goal. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Oh, how about this call down near the goal line? And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. That really sets them back, a loss of 6.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
On 2nd and goal, Stafford flush to his right. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. Jared Cook, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Patriots add on to their lead.
I thought that was a nice job there of feeling the pressure and rolling out away from it and keeping the play alive. And I think he did it with the idea that his tight end would find his way free in the end zone, and his confidence was rewarded.
And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for two. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number one. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for two. From the gun, here's Stafford. And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by two more.
Lions 7.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
25-yard line.
Offense ready to kick off their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jonathan Jones. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Operating for the gun, Jenkins. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. It's Cameron Dillon who picks it. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. On 1st and 10, Stafford. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll take it into the end end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Alvin Kamara, as the first half is winding down. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. And the lead will grow by one more.
Makes the score Patriots 27, Lions 7.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Taken in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack. That was signaling a timeout call, as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Back to throw. Jenkins. That's complete to DK Metcalf. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Football to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
At their own 17-yard line.
Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Second half begins with a run from Penny. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. That one definitely helps as they try to push the ball down the field here, trailing early in the third quarter.
And even though they're trailing, not abandoning the running game. People may call it an adjustment. I think it's just much more sticking to what works for you and continuing to have faith in it. And the running game is starting to pay off.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. Looking to throw. Jenkins. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Extra point right down the middle, and that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And this carries into the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they gave up the pick 6. And now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up. But you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
And he finds Penny. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
The Patriots going with a dime package here. 2 extra defensive backs on 3rd. From the gun, Jenkins. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Operating from the gun, Jenkins. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into his windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Deep ball for Goodwin. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication. Doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to him.
Interception. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And you have to wonder, Charles, in a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
At the 10-yard line.
Again, it's Kamara. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
And they work this out past the 25. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Now he'll pull it down. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a play fake it at Stafford. Escaping the pressure right. Got a man open. It's Devontae Parker complete. 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. 4th touchdown pass of the game for Matthew Stafford. And this offense is running away with this one. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that was so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in a good spot, great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
They turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here. Back to the air on second down. Jenkins going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Kamara with a first down run, but he's unable to get back to the line of scrimmage as the push-up field is strong defensively.
That was well played there defensively. Two tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
On second and 11 now. Stafford, and the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Credit the sack to Shaquem Griffin.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, third and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
And he's got room. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. A big play there. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points.
His kick is good.
And he knocks it through.
Makes the score Patriots 48. Lions.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Taken in the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Second and 6, just inside the 30. Again, it's Penny. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. The Lions on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. They set up the screen to Penny. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First down, Lions on a pickup of 13.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
From the gun, Jenkins going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Lions on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. They're up against a 3rd-and-1 situation. And now here's another interception. Picked off near the 44. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. They run it again with Kamara. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them.
All the way in. Touchdown, New England. Jared Cook with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Lions 7.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
Their own 25-yard line.
Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And some room to maneuver. And they want this well upfield across the 45. Metcalf once again the target. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
At the 46-yard line.
Operating from the gun. Jenkins going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And my goodness, another interception. It's Desmond Trufant. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
And it's 3rd down.
They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. He's going to loft one. Deep left side. It's caught inside the 25. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Even though they've got this big advantage, Charles, they are not taking their foot off the gas pedal right now.
Well, I think what we're seeing is the result of all their great preparation and great practice time during the week. And even though it seems like this is a great chance to pull people back and maybe, not try and score a few more times, they don't want to do that. I think they're enjoying what they're seeing, the collective effort, and they want to play it all the way out.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards.
Taken down back at the 20-yard line.
To throw on 2nd down. Jenkins. Deep ball for Goodwin. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Ball on the 8, 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Back to throw again. And now here's another interception. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown.
Justin Rohrwasser for the...
That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in a game like this and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Jenkins. He's going to win, and that's caught inside the 35. Uh-oh. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown. But they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
So the Lion offense staying on the field as they're going to try for 2.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team. But I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line.
69, Lions 13.
And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And he'll find his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
48-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
On the ground, Kamara. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. Off of play action, here's Stafford. He's going to loft one deep left side, and this is caught. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill. But remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes. And that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that will extend this big lead. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Taken in at the 3. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here.
Today's final score, Patriots.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Patriots, the win means they'll finish the first half at a respectable 5-3 record. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Buffalo to take on the Bills. Meanwhile, for Detroit, they fall 2 games under 500 now at 3-5. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against the Chicago Bears. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.